fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. During our childhood, most of us must have heard fairy tales, which typically end with the key phrase, happily ever after. And as we grow up, we tend to get over that concept of happily ever after, even though during our childhood, we strongly believe in the concept of happily ever after. Today, I'm going to describe a few key milestones in my life, what helped me to get over the concept of happily ever after. I graduated from college during 1985, and immediately I got a job in a town far off from my hometown. And immediately, like any Indian parents, my parents also started the gigantic project of searching a bride for me. It's a typical Indian wedding process having a lot of complicated steps, starting with the horoscope match and then the match between the two families, and so many steps, ultimately ending in the formal visit to the girl's home to see the girl. In this series of events, I introduced another constraint that before visiting the girl's home, I want to see the girl's photograph, because I was feeling so delicate. What if I have to say no after seeing the girl? I don't want to break anybody's heart, and at the same time, I don't want my heart to be broken. So it's a selfish effort also. The process works like this. Since I work far away from my hometown, every year I take 1 month vacation and come to my hometown with the mission of getting married. And because of this extra constraint I introduced, things will progress till the request for photograph is placed, and then it will stop there. Because during that era, sharing photograph was not culturally acceptable in my small hometown culture. So I had to go back. First year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, sixth year. And seventh year, my parents lost their patience. They decided to follow a different strategy. Once I came home on 1 month vacation, they told they have arranged a special ceremony in the local temple to pray for my early wedding. So they took me to the temple. Once we entered the temple, they introduced a girl to me and said, "This is the girl we are proposing for you, make the decision." I was stunned. I had only a split second to make the decision. And my gut feeling told me to say yes. And I said yes. But I wanted to ensure that the girl is also okay with the wedding. So I requested, I want to talk to the girl before the wedding. And that was totally unacceptable. But my future father-in-law gracefully agreed to my request. I was a bit surprised. Then only I realized his grand strategy. He made 30 people to sit around us and asked me, "Come on, talk to the girl." Under the watchful eyes of 30 people, there is an additional safety mechanism. He made a little girl to sit between us. Our entire mission is to keep safe distance between us. It was so noisy in the temple. I asked, "Are you okay with this wedding?" I'm very confident that she said yes. That's it. On the third day, we got married.
Wow.
And we went to the town where we were working, when I was working. Even today, my wife makes fun of me that on that particular day, her answer was no. This year marks our 25th wedding anniversary. And definitely, it's not a happily ever after story. It's a beautiful blend of happy and sad moments. For example, 2 years back, our only son got admitted to a prestigious graduate school in the East Coast. And he left us to pursue higher studies. Even though we had been praying and wishing him for this to happen, when it actually happened, both myself and my wife went through a very deep emptiness syndrome. In particular, it was so hard on my wife because she was all alone at home. And every evening she started calling my son, asking, "How are you doing? Are you okay?" And within a week, my son got completely mad and he shouted back, "If you guys really suffer from this emptiness syndrome, go and make another baby." I thought it's a great idea. But then we realized it's too late. Gradually, my wife developed other passions. We have a small yard at our home. She had developed a beautiful garden, and the garden is burgeoning with beautiful flowers. And I too developed other passions. I got involved more with Toastmasters and other activities at work. And now I realize that there is nothing called happily ever after. It's the pursuit of happiness that really matters. And I now strongly believe that that pursuit of happiness, that journey is the destination. Back to